Hey boo what's going on? It's Miss I Candy here doing the review for The Preachers of Atlanta. This is season 1, episode 1. This is the premiere of the show, okay? So I'm gonna do this one a little different. I'm watching it, and each time there's a commercial break, I'll come back, update, watch some more, update, watch some more. So I can kind of get through it, because Lord Jesus, I got another show after this to watch too. So let me just tell you guys where I'm at so far. I'm actually like the first 20 minutes in. Starts off with, kind of just the introduction of all the preachers. So we got Leandria Johnson, okay, Miss Sunday's Best. She won Sunday Best season 3. I believe she's a Grammy winner. She sold like 10 million, CDs or albums. And I actually am friends with her road manager. So this should be very, very interesting because a friend of mine is going to be on this show. And I'm going to be cracking up every time I see him. So shout out to Robert Hatcher. I see you, boy. American Idol, America's Got Talent, Sunday's Best. Now you on this show. I mean, I think you was on like Frankie and Neffy, and you just be popping up on everybody's TV station. You be in the bottom reality shows, don't you? But yeah, so I saw Robert a couple times. It was kind of cool. Like, yo, look, there go Rob. But Leandria is a different type of pastor. She's kind of liberal. She has a foundation, and she calls it a movement, where she has hands-on ministry, and they go out and they talk to the people. She's the type of preacher that gives out cigarettes and condoms. People prostituting out here, and y'all gonna do what you gonna do, so let me give you some condoms. At least be safe with what you do. When she's giving, I don't know about the cigarettes. Now, you're passing out cancers on the stick. Now, I don't really know about that, but that's what you do. Now, I saw her out there, ministering to the people on the streets or whatever, dressed like a streetwalker. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm not gonna judge. I'm gonna just say fashion-wise, that went hot. She had on like some red, short little hairdo wig or whatever, and she had on like short overalls with a little belly shirt and everything. I get you, liberal. I get you trying to do something different and minister to people a different way. Maybe she was undercover and she was trying to let them know that she was down and they wouldn't be, like intimidated by her. So she kind of dressed like them. New outfit. Okay, Miss Johnson, new outfit. Leandria is married. She's a wife. She's a mother. And her husband are having some issues. Now, her husband got a baby mama situation that there need to be a paternity test just to, I guess to see if this is the father of the woman's child. She is pressuring him to get this paternity test. She takes care of her family. A lot of people in the house. Is chaotic. The husband put it to the side like, baby, look, I need some quality time. You need to pencil me in. And she's like, it ain't really about that. You feel like I'm neglecting you. I feel like you neglected me because you ain't got this paternity test. It's crazy because, we're seeing some drama already. Okay. So then we got Pastor Kenton Jones. Now, I like this pastor because he kind of, from what I've seen so far, he kind of the pastor of a hip-hop church. Like, he's a pastor, and he's into music, and he got artists, and they got, like, rap, Christian rappers, and they rapping, and it's not like the normal Christian rap I heard. It's like turn up Christian rap. But he's married. His wife is actually pregnant, and she's his manager. He has church in the club, and his DJ is the minister of music is a DJ, so it's kind of different. Like, I kind of like that. He was actually rehearsing something, and Leandria came in, and when they were rehearsing, it was like, what I think about Jesus, and what it done for me, and what I think about Jesus, and how it set me free. Turn up. I was like, okay, this is a lot different. I might, when I go to Atlanta, I might hit the little church club out, see what's up. But him and Leandria are talking, small talking. He's inviting her to this listening party he's getting ready to have. And she lets him in on the situation going on with her husband. And he's trying to let her understand from a man point, like the struggles that her husband is probably going through. Trying to please you and also trying to do right by this child according to God. But I think that maybe the first step is to get the paternity test. And then maybe you can see where to go from there. Was Leandria and this man married when this baby was made? Did he cheat? Like, I need more to the story. Y'all ain't really gave me the depth of the story, but I'm only 20 minutes in, so that might be why. Okay, so then we got Pastor Kimberly Jones Prothier. I'm probably saying that wrong, but she's a white lady with some swag. She looks like Ellen DeGeneres a little bit. She got a little Ellen swag. But her goal is conquering hell in high heels. And she will preach in tutus, combat boots, and Converse. And she likes to wear her tutus. Tutus, it makes her feel like super pastor. It's like her cape, her tutus. And she's like, her church, she's transitioning her church. It was her parents' church, and she's taken over. And I think they look like they might be a little more conservative. And they're like, Lord, what is this child doing to a church? But she's like, hey, y'all don't have to preach this no more. My show, you know. So she's married. She has 2 children. She's been divorced twice, and now she's with her 3rd husband. Her second marriage was a little rocky. She didn't explain the first one, but she said her second marriage, her husband was an alcoholic, right? And then he started drinking, and he was abusive. So it was either die or get out the marriage. So she got out the marriage. She's, you know. And then she kind of is known as the pastor for social media. She kind of blew up that way. You know, she posts a video. She's on YouTube. She's on Instagram. And she got a website. And she ministers through social media a lot. So, let's see. What else? Pastor Corey Hambrick. He is a police officer and a pastor. He's a father and a husband, and he has a bonus daughter. I like that because that's what I say with my daughter. I don't say stepfather. It's bonus father. So he said he has a bonus daughter, his wife's daughter from a previous relationship. He's a police officer as well, and he had a rough life growing up. He gave us a story. He said his mama, you know, was a single mother and working a whole bunch of jobs, and she had boyfriends. And one day, one of her boyfriends put a gun to his head and forced his mama to do sexual favors. Whoa, like, whoa, you know, whoa. And, you know, he's out here in these streets, and he stopped. He shot a young man once. He shot him 3 times because he was stabbing his mother, and the young man didn't die. So he was happy the man didn't die. So he didn't want to be known as a preacher that killed a kid. But his goal is to be out here cleaning up the streets and trying to show, you know, young men that you don't necessarily have to be afraid of the cops. You can become a cop and help change it and get bad cops out. And not all cops are bad, which is true. Not all cops are bad, just some of them. Okay, so let me get back to the show, and I'll be back with more of what I'm learning from Preachers of the Bible. Here comes the drama. Drama. Okay, so Pastor Leandria meets up with her husband, and they, I don't know, meet up at a coffee shop or something to talk, because Leandria wants to talk about the paternity test. You know, baby, it's about time for you to get this paternity test. What's this stuff up there? Oh, y'all don't have to excuse this. My child's house shoe, and it look like the babe's charger and whatever. You may just move it up so you can't see. Is that better? Okay, so you see these wires over the cable wires. I don't care. Gosh, okay. Anyway, Pastor Leandria. I'm gonna just start calling him by name. It's hard doing these pastor shows because you got to be respectful. You know, like when you're talking about presidents, Barack Obama, you got to say presidents. Okay, so Leandria is upset because her husband's late, and she like, he already don't take me seriously. Coming here late or whatever. So then they're talking about the situation, and she's like, so what's up? Have you talked to, what's her name? Anita. And it's funny to me because this is the pastor. I'm a preacher's grandbaby, okay? And my pawpaw, God rest his soul, carried himself in a certain kind of way. So to see the wretchedness of this scene that I just saw just made me so uncomfortable. Lord, it made me so uncomfortable. However, I'm gonna go. Okay, so he's saying that he ain't talked to the girl. He don't talk to a girl. She's like, okay, well, all you gotta do for real is get on a plane and go to New Jersey, hit old girl like, hey, I'm in town. Let's get this paternity test out the way. He like, yo, it ain't that easy when a chick ain't that cooperative. She's like, yeah, she is cooperative because she been trying to get the paternity test. He said, no, she has. Yes, she has. No, she has. Yes, she has. They just going back and forth, back and forth. And then, you know, she get upset because my names is the ones in the blog. Mine too, but they don't know you like they know me. Ain't nobody worried about Pastor Forrest. They worried about Leandria Johnson. Now, she right about that because I don't know who he is, but I know who she is. So I do understand what she's saying. But then she got emotional and walked out because he had told her, like, you're not supporting me. And she like, what? I've been paying bills, hold it down, still with you, trying to be a good wife, trying to sit and go through this when the blogs was that messed up. And I know that's a lot. That's a lot for a woman to deal with that type of situation. Plus a celebrity woman dealing with that situation. Plus a pastor. So maybe your man, it seems as if her man cheated on her. You know what I'm saying? Which happens in real life. You know, I've been there. Dude cheated on me. It hurts. You dealing with the emotions of that, okay? And then she's a wife. So it's not as easy to be like, oh, you cheat on me, deuces, dude. Then she's, you know, mother of a child, and then she's a pastor. As a pastor, you you know what I mean, teach forgiveness and teach marriage and vows and all of this about marriage and how you have to be there for your husband and work through your problems. You can't preach to us and you can't do it yourself. But then on top of all that, being a pastor woman dealing with infidelities with a husband, she's a celebrity. So what's in the blogs and everybody's talking about it on social media, in the blogs, in her face, and you know what I mean? Like, she got appearances and then she got to do, you know, preaching, and she travels to sing, and it's a lot going on. So it's a lot. So I'm not supporting you, bro. I'm still here. I feel you, Miss Pastor Leandria. I felt you on that. So then she walked out to the car. She ready to go. He followed her. He in her ear. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where you going? And I'm like, oh my God, this is so awkward. Like, these are preachers. Like, you're a pastor. Why y'all out in the streets doing this? Like, I'm not used to seeing that because I never saw my grandparents doing it like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only... I grew up seeing pastors and the life and how they live their life. So to see this is like totally different. But like she said, she's liberal. So then he followed her. And I really letting her go. She go back inside and she's like, Robert, get him. And that's when Rob, shout out to Rob. Y'all see my boy Rob. He came and he like, yo, okay, trying to break it up with some other guy and the girl. And they just really trying to separate them. She get in her car. They trying to push him out the way of the car because she really trying to hit him. She's upset. I just want him to go. Just want him to go out the way. And he like, man, you acting like a child. You being childish. And it was just crazy. It was so crazy what's going on. I think I need to know more of the story. I guess I haven't been paying attention to the blogs when it comes to Leandria because I didn't know nothing about none of this. And I need the story. So, Robert, give me the tea. Rob, what's up? Call me. Give me the tea. What's the deal? The number's the same. Call me. Tell me what it is, who did what. I'm going to have to Snapchat him. Like, Rob, what's the deal with this show, Leandria? Can I get some scoop? Pastor, you know, Leandria lets Pastor Kim know about her husband and the situation with the baby mama. And Pastor Kim's like, so what you gonna do if it turns out to be his baby? Leandria's like, well, I hope he would, as a man, he would handle his responsibility and take care of his child. She said, there you go, that's what up. Okay, so, but you shouldn't let this baby mama from the past affect your future. If you and your husband are good now, why would you let that affect what you got now? Especially this past. So maybe he didn't cheat on her. Maybe this is a child that popped up later. Don't really know. But if it was a child that was made before y'all, that shouldn't even, you know what I mean? Screw the blogs. Like, bad. This happened before me. Like, we married now. So I like what Pastor Kim said because she was like, you and your husband good. You like, baby mama, you can come on, invite her to church. You watch from the balcony. She said, but you need you a ride or die, and I'm a ride or die. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So I still need to know the tea as far as did he cheat on her? Was the baby already here? How long they been married? Like, I really don't know. So I need to know more information. So we get back to the lesson in session with the turn up music. And then the pastor, you know, he said, okay, I'm going to take a break from music. I just want to have a rap session with the pastors. And he was like, you know, we all do different things. We preach different. We minister different. And like one thing is with Miss Leandria, you pass out cigarettes. Can you break the cigarettes down? And she said, that's just one thing I do is pass out the cigarettes. He said, so, you know, like, why does God have you passing out cigarettes? Like, how does that really help you, you know, passing out cigarettes? And I'm like, yeah, them cancer sticks. But she said that she passed out cigarettes, and 20 of the people that she passed out cigarettes to came to the church the next day because she did on a Saturday night, and they still come to the church. So, you know, kind of just, you know, a way to break the ice, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? My thing is now, do you have to give them cigarettes every time they come to your church? Or was that just a one-time thing? I gave them to you once now. Now I'm going to get you here and I'm going to be like, look, smoking is bad for you. Like, what's that about? So then Eddie Long Jr. was like, okay, so we're going to let the cigarettes go. Maybe God did tell you to pass out cigarettes. That's cool, whatever. But the condoms, I can't get with the condoms. And they like, then it blow up. Everybody like, what? You pass out condoms? The Bible say don't fornicate. No, we don't promote fornication. What is this? You passing out condoms? I can't believe you pass out condoms because, you know, little kids can get pregnant and it's your fault because you don't pass out the condoms. How was that cool? And Leandria breaks it down. She had a preachy moment, okay? She was like, look, the reason why I passed out condoms is because I didn't always use them, okay? I didn't always use condoms, and I ended up in the clinic and had a daggone disease because I wasn't using condoms. So, yeah, I'm not trying to tell your baby or your daughter to use condoms, but somebody out there needs it. And then this is my thing, too, because we saw... She said, because some people are not going to do what the Bible say anyway. So I'm just trying to look out for y'all like I care. Oh, boy was like, yeah, even though y'all saying it helped me, I would take the condom because it showed that she cared. And it is a way to relate to them. I understand the past, not the condom things. Especially because they opened up the show showing Leandria, and there was one person that was a prostitute. You want to pass out condoms to prostitutes and people that are going to have sex regardless. You know, like, you, baby, I want you to come to church, I want to talk to you, but you know they're going to go out and hit this trick. So, it protects yourself. So I get that aspect of it, and I understand the other preachers too, you know, Bible and all that kind of stuff, and I get it. So then they bring up homosexuality in the church, and Leandria said that she feels that a homosexual could lead the church, and other was like, oh, and then Judas, here come Judas, white boy Judas. So he's 24 years old, and he's like fourth generation of pastor in his family. Everybody's a pastor, you know, in his family, and his father was like the pastor of a whole bunch of different churches, and all of a sudden the mom and the daddy got divorced, and the pastor announced to his congregation that he was gay, and big uproar. People left the church, walked out of the church, and then, you know, he said one thing. Judas said, I don't feel like it's my job to change people. I feel like if Christ wants you to change, Christ will deal with you, and Christ will get you to change. A lot of people in the church, especially, are adult bullies. And that, what he said was very true, because I'm a Christian. I don't necessarily, you know what I mean, believe, you know, in homosexuality, but I don't necessarily feel like it's my right to tell you what to do, because I do my own thing that ain't right too. Like, we do what we do. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Who am I to tell you how you feel? I can't tell you what you feel, because I'm not you. So I feel like it ain't something for me to really touch. You know what I'm saying? So you can believe the Bible, you can believe that it's right, or you can believe that it's wrong, but that doesn't mean that you need to go out there yelling at people, you can't come here, you can't do this, and bash them every time they come somewhere. So I feel like, you know, a lot of people in the church have become adult bullies, and you can't look at everybody in the church as that, and it turns people off from the church. And my thing is, it's not necessarily good to make every church person be guilty for some church people. But that's in every group you get. You got groups of, like they said, you got some good cops, you got some bad cops, you got some nice white folks and some bad white folks, right? Black folks, bad black folks. Like, everybody not the same. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, definitely being a preacher's grandfather, I can understand the issue that some might have with homosexuality. But one of my best friends is gay. I love him to pieces. And my love for him is not going to change whether he with a guy or a girl. Like, he the one that's doing it, not me. He the one that's his business. You know what I'm saying? Who he do is his business. I don't, you know. That's like if one of my female friends is sleeping with somebody and not married to him. I would be more harsh on homosexual versus like if you want to go towards the Bible, sin is sin, right? One friend might tell a lie. That's a sin too. So I just feel like sometimes people do pick on the homosexuals, and it's like, yo, leave them alone. Let them live. But then Lil Angry, I'm gonna call him a Lil Angry, because that's a little rapper boy. He a little angry because he just be too turned up, like, yo, I'm saying, because you're a preacher, you know what I'm saying? Because he was interrupting, the preacher was trying to say something about how, you know, we need to treat people right, regardless of what their sexual preference might be. They still have a constitutional right to be treated right. And he was like, yeah, but you know what, you a cop, you know what I'm saying? So how do you balance being a cop and being a preacher? And he's like, well, you know, it's a blessing to me, because sometimes I can go, you know, I can see past people's faults and actually see their needs, because God in me is having me look at them certain vision. He's like, oh, okay, so how many people have you shot? I mean, I have shot. How many people have you killed? I want to know how many people have you killed. So went to commercial break, and I don't know. I want to know how many people this man done killed. I think I'm about to wrap it up with the end. So let's see what happens, and hope I can give my final thoughts. Preacher Break Shot is the last leg of the show. So Pastor Corey said he ain't killed nobody. And then the dude was like, well, how many people have you shot? He's like, you know, he said, have you shot people? And he said, yeah, I shot a guy. He said, ask me why I shot him. He said, why you shoot him? Because he was stabbing his mama. Oh, so you saved a life, but in order to save life, you had to take a life. He was like, I ain't kill him. He ain't died. Whatever. Why? How come every time you guys got to shoot somebody, you got to shoot him in the head? It's always got to be a headshot. He said, how do you know I do that? I don't necessarily shoot him in the head. And this is the thing. And it's good that this show has that, because maybe it's a discussion that needs to be had, and we've seen the previews for upcoming, and they just kind of get into it. But that's because Lil Young Thug is Lil Young Angry. I'm not calling him Young Thug, because woo-wee, Young Thug. Lil Angry. He explains his story. The system is set up to just make us downfall. Like, I was, you know, lock us up, get us in the system, and keep us down type of stuff. Which, you know, his story is very true. Like, okay, he was 18 when he got locked up. Got out at 25, and they want him to go check in with the parole officer every week and give $100. And he ain't got no job. He ain't got no trade. Like, you know, how am I going to give you $100 with what money? So this makes me get back out on the street to get this money to get, you know, and I'm like, you know what? I understand your frustration, young man. I definitely do. And it seemed like the cop understood it too, but he was like, so I don't understand how you can balance. How can you be a pastor and a police officer? You can't be both. You can't be both. He said, because I save souls and I save lives. And I feel like he can't be both. You definitely can be both. Not all cops are bad, but this is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think people need to have this mentality where just because you know some cops are bad, don't mean all cops are bad. Just because some people that's in prison get out and go back to the same stuff, doing the same stuff, don't mean all gonna do it. Just because some dudes, you know, some black guys are quote unquote thugs, don't mean all black guys quote unquote thugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just categorize and put everybody in this box, you know? So we gotta have some good cops. We gotta have some cops that we, you know, that's fighting for us. And that's the thing about the good cops is, if you know there's bad cops out there, but you don't report them or you don't try to get rid of the bad cops, are you really a good cop or you just letting the bad cop be bad? Like when you see a cop doing some bad stuff, you just stand there and be quiet, or do you say something? So, you know, that I do like the dialogue and bringing that dialogue out. But, you know, you could definitely see that, you know, a little angry is very passionate and emotional about his situations and what he's going through. So the show, it stopped there with the I don't. What? Is it still taping? Oh, okay. It stopped with the I save souls and I save lives. And then they cut off. And then they showed us what's going to happen on this season. And when I was telling y'all earlier that, you know, Robert Hatcher is a friend of mine. If you look at what's going to happen this season, the young man that was like, I'm tired of these people being in my house. They've been in my house for 6 months. Get out. He pushed me out. Get out of me. Pushing folks out. He was like, they can't stay here no more. I'm tired of this shit. That's Robert. Robert, up in your house. This is funny. I had to Snapchat him like, who are you kicking out your house? But it looks like it's going to be interesting. We'll see how much I review of it. I'm going to try. I still got to watch Little Women of LA, but I mean, not of LA, of Atlanta. But I'm tired of taking notes, and I'm tired of having to watch stuff for a homework assignment. You know, I'm just want to just chill for a second. So I'll try to do that one later. But like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Did you guys watch the show? Did y'all like it? What did y'all think about it? It was a lot. It was a lot. And it's hard to see preachers in that dynamic. But you know what? Seems pretty interesting. So like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and let's talk. Deuces.